Before starting my videos, I am making as that I am an AME student and have a practical experience in various airlines and giving this chapter of mathematics, which is approved by the DGCA or EASA for the modules as well as the license exam. Now, mathematics, why it is important? The mathematics is important to the aircraft maintenance engineer or technician working in the airlines or the airfield. See how it is important, how it came to known to the man. First of all, the trade started when the people start exchanging from one place to another by selling or buying the things. At that time there was not a currency nor a coins. Before this they do barter system, such as exchange of one thing to another. For example, if you are having one thing, such as take a goat you are having, you will be sharing to another person by getting two cats or two dogs, like that. Means what which you are not having, you will get from the other by giving them which you are have. Now the wheels are discovered, the wheel discovered, and at the same time the man took the help of animals for going here one place to another, and the trade started more fastly. Now here the addition, subtraction and multiplication and division became the tools, which is very much important. It is applicable to day by day life, and especially in aviation, aerospace, for which here we are concerned. The aircraft maintenance technician requires this knowledge for manipulations in math. Our number system is called decimal system. Decim means 10. The number position, which is the power of 10. Let us take 5, 3, 4, 5, 8, 7, 9 a number. Here 9 is in the unit place, 7 is in the 10 place, 8 is in the 100 place, 5 in the 1000, 4 in the 10,000, and 3 in the 100,000, and at last the number 5 is in the millions. Now analyzing it, will be see that this number as 5,300,000, 4,000, 5,800, 710, 9 unit, and it can be written as 5,345,879. There are several classes of numbers which you have gone through your school days. One of them is whole number, which is also called integers, and are not expressed in fraction. It means in a number line can be drawn directly on a paper, and you just give a reference in between them, 0, and then 1, 2, 3 towards rightward side, and minus numbers, -1, -2, -3 towards left side. So -3 will be in the left side, and 220, 700, such as whole number or integers, or whole numbers are all those numbers, -3, -2, -1 also, and later on if you go for positive, they are all whole numbers, and these all numbers are totally called integers. Then comes fraction. It is a part of unit. Mixed number means a whole number and fraction, such as 1 3/8. Here 1 is a whole number and 3/8 is a fraction, with the numerator 3 and denominator. So if we will go 1 3/8, its value can be expressed as 1 3/8, or 8 will be multiplied by 1, that becomes 8, and then it will be added to 3, which numbers become the 11/8. It's a fraction number. Whole number can be added, subtracted, multiplied, divided, and same with fraction also. Now what is the even number and and odd number. Even number are those which are divisible by 2, such as 2, 4, 8, 32, etc. And odd numbers are those which is not divisible by 2, such as 3, 5, 31 and 69 are odd. Addition and subtraction. Addition, it is denoted by the sign plus, and if it is between the two, it is to be added. The number is to be added can be arranged horizontally or vertically, and it is necessary to place units in the right hand column, tens in the next, 100 in the third column from the right, etc. For example, 4, 2, 5 plus 8, 5 plus 7, 9. These three numbers is to be added. Lastly, we get the total as 5, 8, 9. It is horizontal way. In arithmetic, it is arranged vertically. For example, you write first 8 on the top, then 5, then 3, or then 2. These are in a vertical manner, and ultimately you will get the sum as 18. And further you can go for more examples. Now I am giving you some practice which is have some in horizontal manner and as well as vertical manner. For example, 8 plus 7, it is in a horizontal manner. Now 9 plus 7, again 8 plus 8, these are all three are in horizontal manners. Now we are going for the vertical manner. Number one question is 95 plus 45. Second is 73 and 83. Third is 46 and 49. Fourth is 32 and 33. Now, one thing I am giving you an example. See how you are adding the units and getting the whole numbers. Take 8382 a number, and second number as 876, third number as 1935, fourth number as 2575, and fifth is 97, and sixth is 870. Now you just add the unit number. See, the unit number is 26557 and 0. Ultimately you will get the number as 25 on addition of units. Now second addition of 10 will give 41, but here not only 41, 0 will be also added because it is in the 10 place, and similarly in 100 place you will get 33, so here 00 will be added. Now at last 11 will comes and here 30 will be added. So first addition of units will give 5, second in addition of 10 you will get 30, and addition of 100 you will get 700, addition of 1000 will give you 4000, addition of 10,000 will give 10,000. So when you are adding all, you will get 14,735. Practice will make you more efficient, such as written you see 9 and 5 there, addition will make 14, and thus you will gain the knowledge in addition and place them as their place value, such as unit, 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, etc. Subtraction. It is the reverse of addition. Here the larger number in subtracted from the number small from that. But here you have to keep in mind, if you do not so the answer will come in negative, which is vague. For example, 769 subtracted from 225, it will give the answer 544. Now see, you go for another example. 680 subtracted from 283. So 680 is called minuend, that from number from which it is subtracted, and we are subtracting 283. It is called subtrahend, number which is subtracted. And lastly we get 397, which is a difference. Here borrow is done, that is in above example 0 is less than 3, so the 0 will borrow from 8 to become 10, and thus 10 subtract to get 7, also 8 becomes 7, and thus it becomes 7. So here 8 will also borrow from the 8 which is in 100 place, and then make it possible to subtract from 8. And lastly 6 become 5 as it has given as a borrow 1. So 5 minus 2 equals to 3. Now multiplication. It may be considered as multiplication addition, multiple addition. If we add some numbers, it will have the same product to the number it has been added. For example, I am telling you that add number 4 to 5 times. 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. You have added 4 for the 5 times. So the product is, so the addition will give you 20. Now you do the same thing, 4 into 5, which is also equal to 20. The number to be multiplied is called multicand, and the number which multiplies is called multiplier. And lastly, with the product which we get is called product. Here multicand and multiplier can be interchanged, as in above example 4 into 5 equals to 20, and it can be changed like 5 into 4 equals to 20. It can be further expressed as 5 times 4 or 4 times 5. To speed the multiplication, it is necessary to memorize multiplication table, and if you go through it, at least 1 to 20 table is to be memorized. This knowledge is particularly valuable when one's week involves a substantial amount of computations. We can directly write on multiplying by keeping in hand, such as example 345 multiplied by 8. See, 8 5s are 40, then 8 4s are 32, and 4 was in hand, so 36. Now in hand is 3. Now 8 3s are 24, and since it was 3 in hand, now it will be added 2760. Now it was 1 digit multiplier. If we go for 3 or 4 digit multiplier, multicand, so on, and the same method as above example is applied. For example, 949 multiplied by 229. First we will take from 229 to multiply with 949. Now 2 will be multiplied by 949, then it is 1898. And lastly the 2 is 100 place. 2 in 10 place of 229, it will be again 1898, and another it will be just change its place from of 9 to towards the left, where the 4 is placed while we have multiplied 949. Now the product was 1898 of 10 place of the 229 of 2. Now again we will go for the third, that is in 100 place of 229, and multiply by 949. It is also 1898, but here it will move towards the 9 of number 2 which we are multiplied earlier, and which will become below 9, and we will add like this 949, then we will there will be a gap, and there will be 1898, and again there will be gap 1898, and when we add we will get 199,829 as final product. Now practice 9 into 7, 7 into 9, 3 into 13, 5 into 7. These 4 questions is for your practice. Now 5th is 35 into 29, 6th is 25 into 19, and 7th is 26 into 35, and 8th is 85 into 33. Checking the multiplication can be done easily by knowing the division. So here division comes into picture. Here the product is either divided by the multicand or multiplier. Another method is repetition or repeat the problem, reversing the multicand and multiplier. Now here I must make you clear that in a book, decimal plus that is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division are given, but I will go to further on decimal number. Now one thing I left to discuss is binary number. Binary number and also octal number, which has its own importance. Here I will be discussing about the binary number. In electrical system, basically on and off we discuss, and this number is the basis on which binary system is based. That means it has got two numbers over which we get the powers, such as we are putting that 1, that means 1 will be written, and if the two switches are there, then we will go for 1 and 0 they on. I will give you the table how it is recognized and how we will find out. That is conversion chart also, from the binary to decimal and decimal to binary. Now take us that means it is to be understood more. For more than switch, I am giving you a binary conversion chart which represents the decimal number. Here conversion to each other will help you to understand while going, but if you have not understood, it's my duty to help you, such as how 48 number has come as decimal number. See, in binary number which has values representing in a horizontal manner and decimal number in represented vertically. So here I am discussing about 48, how it has come. See, you just say 16 plus 32 will be 42. Then you will find out in 16 and 32 in the table of binary number where this addition will give us 48. So the 48 is the decimal number. Now 1 has come vertically in 16 and 32, so I have values more added from binary to decimal number 48. Now I will continue with divisor, which I have left. The process of sort division is used most often when it is desired to divide a number by a division having only one digit. This is accomplished as follows. For example, you are dividing 32150 by 6. So when you are going to divide, so it will be divisible by first 3 is lesser than 6, so you have to take 32. So when we are going to divide it by 32, we will multiply 6 into 5, then the value will come 30 and the remainder will be 2. Now again you are getting the remainder as 21, because 2 is not divisible by 6. 6 is more than 2, which we have discussed earlier also. Now 21 we have to multiply by 3 to the 6, we will get 18. 18, now 3 again, 3 as a remainder. Now it will be again multiplied, 6 again will be multiplied by 5 to get 30, and lastly 30 and lastly you will get 3 and 0, which will be again multiplied by 5. You will get the 5355, by which we have multiplied, and the which you have multiplied is 235. The first step is divide 32 by 6. Here the remainder is 2. This 2 is held over in the 100 column and because becomes the first digit of the next number to the dividend. This number is then 21, and when we divide 21 by 6, here again is remainder comes as 3. So if the first likes 2, it will be the first digit of the next number is 33. So it is to be divided by 6 and left as remainder 3. Then 3 will become first number as usual, and then number is 30, which comes under the multiplication table of 6 and divides it to get remainder as 0. Now let us see why adding the quotient by keeping their place value 235. What does it mean? 235, that is equal to 200 plus 30 plus 5. Then 235 is quotient. Now long division. Well, how the long division we have to discuss. See, long division is employed most often when the dividend and divisor both continue more than one digit. There was only 6. Here we are going for 39 to be dividing 1716. See, take first 39 in this column. Now we cannot go for 1, now another for 17, so we will directly take 171. Now 171 will be come in the table of 39 into 4, which minimum that is 156. The remainder will be 15. Now only 6 is left in 1716, so 156, when we go in the table of 39, it will be multiplied by 4 again, which we have seen earlier also, and 156 cancel each other and so on. So it is the long division of division. Here in the above example 39 will go on in 79, so I have discussed this. Here the quotient is 49, and which could be expressed as 4 into 10 equals to 40 plus 9 into 1, 49, and if added it is 4 into 10 40, and 4 plus 1 equals to 4, that means 44. Now what 39 into 40 is 1560, and 39 into 4 is 156. If we add this figure, the sum will be 1560 plus 1560. 1560 plus 156, that is equals to 1716. We could divide each part of the dividend by 39 separately to obtain 40 and 4, and adding these quotients together, however, it is quicker and simpler to combine the division as so. Note, if a divisor does not go into the dividend an even number of times, there will be a remainder. This remainder may be expressed as a whole number, a fraction, or a decimal. Fraction and decimal will be later discussed in this video. Also taken another number which is remainder gets an even number, because the divisor will not go into the dividend. An even number of times we have to explain. Example, for you are taking a number 4, 5, 6, 8, which is to be divided by 18. See, first of all you will divide 45, because you can't divide 18 to the 4. So the first thing will come 18 to the 36, 45 below that 36. Then you will subtract, you will get the 9. Now again 9 cannot go by 18, so we will take 96. Then in the table of 18 you will get 90. 18 into 5, 90. Now again left 6. Now remaining is 8. So 18 3s are 54. So remainder is 12. Now you have to do some practice to brush your mind. First question, 485 divided by 15. Second is 800 divided by 16. Third is 5000 divided by 125. 4 is 5230 divided by 70. Fifth is 5230 divided by 70, and sixth is 6573 divided by 256. Since decimal is discussed separately, here as fraction and decimal word has come. Division is the only one that involves trial and error in its solution. It is necessary to guess at the proper quotient digits, and through experience will tend to lessen the number of trials. Everyone will guess in correctly and sometime or another. Placing the decimal point correctly in the quotient quite often presents a problem when dividing a decimal by a decimal. An important step is to first remove the decimal from the divisor. This is accomplished by dividing the decimal point to the right, the numerator of places needed to eliminate it. Next, move the decimal point to the right as many decimal in the dividend as was necessary to move it in the divisor, and then proceed as in the ordinary division. We will be practice some problem given in a book which is prescribed by the DGC and ASI in this before going to the fraction or before going to the fraction. Thank you. As I have discussed earlier that we have to solve some problem given in the book prescribed by the DGCA and EASA. I will go further for more topics such as fraction and decimal till I get make such that we have to now practice more about those problems given in those books. So come to the fraction. I've changed my mind, please. Fraction. What is common fractions? First, in fraction, what is common fraction? A common fractions consist of two numbers, one above and one below a line. This arrangement indicates divisions with the bottom figure representing the number of parts. The whole number when divided into and the top figure, the number of those parts, the whole has been divided, being considered. For example, 3 by 4 indicates that the whole has been divided into 4 parts and we are considering 3 of these parts. There are several terms to consider when working with fractions. They are numerator, the number above the lines, denominator, the number below the line, and proper fraction when the numerator is smaller than the denominator. A proper fraction is always less than 1, such as 3 by 4. You can go for this, you can solve it. 3 by 4 will be always less than 1. Now again, fourth is improper fraction. When the numerator is equal to the 2 or larger than the denominator, if the numerator and denominator are the same number, the fraction is equal to 1. Otherwise, it is greater than 1. Example, 11 by 3 or 14 by 5 and 16 by 16. See, 11 by 3 or 14 by 5, in above numerator there are 11 which is greater than 3, and 14 by 5, here 14 is greater than 5. And when we go for 16 out of 16, that means the value will be coming 1. These all are improper fraction examples. Now mixed number. This is the result of dividing an improper fraction. They are written with a whole number and a proper fraction. Example, take 3 and then 1 by 16, comma 2, 1 by 5, comma 3, 4 by 9, etc. Now it could be interchanged to proper fraction or improper fraction in a case as we. Let's take 3, 1 by 16 as an example here. So what is 3 and 1 by 16? 3 is a whole number and 1 by 16 is a fraction number. So what we do here, we multiply 3 into 16. 3 into 16 comes 48. Now 48 will be added to 1. That is numerator of a fraction. That becomes 49 by 16. Similarly, we will go for these two more, 2 1 by 5 and 3 1 4 by 9. Finding the least common multiples, LCM, or the least common multiple or the LCM or LCD may be determined by dividing the numbers concerned by common factors and then multiplying the remaining factors after all the numbers are factored out. This procedure is as follows. For example, we take 35, 86, 82 and 2. Now factor in dividing this 35, 86 and 82 and 2 is, we can see only 2 will come because maximum are divided by 2. So at last in the second step we will get 35, 43, 41 and 1. Now only 35 is divided by 7, so we will take as a factor as 7. Now lastly we get 5, 43, 41 and 1. So factor, we have to multiply the factor and the remaining things. Now we will get multiplication. On multiplication we will get 43 into 41 into 2 into 7 into 5, which comes to 113,410. It is considered considerably smaller than the product of the original number. Let us work out. When you are multiplying 86 into 82 into 2 into 35, the number will comes 49,640. So you have seen earlier that it was only 11,034 and 10, which is lesser than this number. So while addition and subtraction, it is required necessary to do so. If the denominator is common, it is not required. We directly write and add or subtract the number given in the numerator. For example, 11 plus 15 plus 12 by 15. Here the 15 is the common, so we will write directly adding on the numerator. The numerator will be added. 12 plus 11 we will get 23 and divided by 15. Now let's take subtraction. 6 by 7 minus 4 by 7, which will be 7 will be the common denominator, and lastly we will subtract 6 minus 4, which will be 2 by 7. Now you have to practice some problem. Addition and now add 3 by 8 plus 2 by 5 plus 13 by 7. Second number is 9 by 7 plus 12 by 5 plus 17 by 9. And again I am giving for the subtraction. Now in subtraction you do 9 by 4 minus 7 by 16, and second question is 32 by 7 minus 5 by 29. It's all your practice, so that you make your brain more sharp for these all things. Now what is LCD? And LCD is very simple things, and you have to perform in various way. But in the case of LCD, we have to perform as a process such as find the LCD. Divide the LCD by each denominator. Multiply the numerator and denominator of each fraction by the quotient obtained when LCD was divided by the denominator. Let us go for example. Perform the following addition. Take 4 by 9 plus 7 by 2 plus 3 by 5. So here we see that there are in the denominator there are 3 different things. No thing is common. So we will just multiply. We will get 9 into 2 into 5, which is 90. Now 90 will be divided by 9, because in the first fraction 4 by 9 has come. 4 by 9 is there. So we will divide 90 by 9. That becomes 10. And for the second one, so 10 will be multiplied by 4. That means 40 by 90 will be the first number. Now we will go for the second one. Now again here 7 by 2, here 7 will be multiplied by 45, and 2 means we will multiply by 2, that is equals to 314. Similarly we will go for 7 and so on. For the third number, for the third factor, 90 divided by 5 equals to 18, and that will be 3 into 18 equals to 54, or 5 into 18 equals to 90. So here when we are cancelling, we are getting 3 by 5. We will go for cancellation later on. First of all, understand how we are doing. Then again 4 by 9 plus 14 plus 3 by 5 will get 20 plus 70 plus 27 divided by 14, 5, which is 117 divided by 45, and lastly we got the LCD. Now adding and subtracting mixed number. See, I don't want to make you confused. If you are getting confused, you just suggest me, and maybe I will be solving my problem, and your suggestions are always welcome for my video. Now adding and subtracting mixed number. As we have read earlier, the mixed number contains whole number as well as fractions. So as how we add, by example, let the two mixed number is 3 4 by 7 and 2 3 by 4. Now here what we do, first we add whole numbers, then 3 and 2 is added, which results 5. Then comes mixed number 4 by 7 and 3 by 5, or 4 by 7 can be interchanged like this. We can multiply to make it equal 5 into 4 and 7 into 5. That means it becomes 20 by 35. Here multiplying the same number to denominator and numerator, here we have to just so that to make simpler. Now 3 by 5, it will be only when denominator is multiplied by 7 and also numerator by 7. Why we are multiplying here by 7? To make a common denominator to add directly without taking LCM or LCD. Now 20 by 35 plus 21 by 35, see here the denominator has become common. So we will get directly answer the 41 by 35. Similarly for the subtraction we will see also. Similarly we will go for, let take as a number 3 by 5 minus 2 3 by 2, then it is 18 by 5 minus 7 by 2. In step 1 we are converting this fraction. Now in step 2 we will find the LCD and subtract. See, 18 by 5 minus 7 by 2. So we will go for 18 by 5. 5 will become only when we will multiply by 2, and to make a denominator as 10. See, in another number 7 by 2, in there we can also make a denominator as 10 when we are multiplying 2 by 5. So first number becomes 36 divided by divided by 10 and minus 35 by 10, which is equal to 1 by 10. Here conversion to the mixed numbers, which will be always a whole number, but here in this example it cannot be converted. So this also comes. Now what are the multiplication of fraction? It is simply the numerators of each fraction is multiplied, and same in the case of denominator also. Let's take as an example and try to understand. Multiply the following. For example, you are multiplying 4 by 36 into 6 by 8 into 9 by 16. Step 1. Multiply the numerator, then the denominator. When multiplying the numerators, we get the value 216 and denominator 4608. Now step 2. Reduction to the lowest term, which will be 108230 by 2004, or again 54 by 1102, and again further 27 by 551. Now multiplying and dividing mixed number. How we will multiply and divide mixed number? Mixed numbers may be multiplied or divided by changing the mixed number to improper fractions, and then proceeding as with fraction. Multiply 7 as a whole number and 4 by 9 as a fraction number by 8 as a whole number and 3 by 5 as a fraction number. See how you are multiplying here. 9 7 is 63, 63 plus 4, 67 by 9, one number has come. Now another number is 8 5 is 40 and plus 3, 43 by 5. Now directly multiply, you will get 67 by 9 into 43 by 5. Now directly go for 67 into 43, which will come to 881 and denominator of 45. Now divide 8 3 by 4 by 7 as a we go for the same numbers, 8 as a whole number and 3 by 4 as a fraction number, and another number as 7 as a whole number and 3 by 2 as a fraction number. So here again 35 by 4 comes and 17 by 2 comes. Then 35 by 4 divided by 17 by 2, or it could be, no, I earlier said something wrong. Divide 8 as a whole number and 3 by 4 by 7 as a whole and 3 by 2 as a fraction. So number will come 35 by 4 and 17 by 2. Then we will do what? 35 by 7 divided by 17 divided by 2. Or it could be written as, in place of division sign, place the multiply sign and convert to the fraction 17 by 2 to 2 by 17. As the sign has changed, it is in a process 35 by 4 into 2 by 17, which is 30 by 5 by 34. Now it is, we have done these all things, but we have to discuss this topic, simplification of fractions by cancellation. Cancellation is a technique of dividing out or cancelling all common fractions that exist between numerators and denominators. Their aids is locating the ultimate product by eliminating much of the burdensome multiplication. Example, what is the product of 15 by 10 into 15 by 30? First we have seen earlier, multiply the numerator and then the denominator. However, much easier a method of solution by cancellation, thus the fraction is reduced to its lowest terms and the final multiplication and division steps are performed with ease when compared with the task of multiplying and dividing the larger fraction. In this example, the product came as equal to 3 by 2. How? We cancelled 15 with the 30, that is 2, and 10 and 15 is cancelled as 5 2s are 10 and 5 3s are 15. So 2 2s are 4 and 3 by 4 as answer. Now division of common fraction. Division of common fractions is accomplished by inverting the divisor and proceeding as to make a certain that it is always the divisor, that is inverted number the dividend, multiplying the numerator to obtain a new denominator and reduce the resultant fraction to the lowest terms. This is known as inverted divisor method. Example, 3 by 2 dividing a 4 by 5. So it will become 3 by 2 into 5 by 4, which has an answer 15 by 8. Just as subtraction is the reverse of addition, here division is also a reverse of multiplication. That is dividing of a number into a certain equal parts. The symbol for division is putting a dash and over it a point and below that a point. It has another symbol in which dividend is to the left and divisor to the right of the sign, with dividend inside the sign and divisor to the left. Division may also be indicated with the fraction from placing the dividend over a line and the divisor under the line. Now what is the dividend, divisor and quotient? The number we are dividing is known as dividend and number we are dividing by is the divisor and the result is quotient. Let us take an example to understand. For example, take 192 dividing by 6, then it will be leaving 32. So here the terms used to describe these elements of a division of a problem. Now begin the breaking into the smaller number. Here 6 is more than 1, so it will take 19 a possibility. We will see 6 will go 3 times, so when 19 is subtracted from 18, the result will be 1. so it is also lesser than 6. Then we will take 2 to make it 12. Now we see 12 is divisible by 6 to make it 12. Now 2 times. So the quotient is 32. Here is a above example. 12 was a new dividend. To check a division problem for arranging accuracy, multiply the quotient by the divisor and add the remainder if any. If the work is correct, the answer will be the dividend. Let us check in above example. Here quotient is 32 and divisor is 6 and dividend is 192. Then as per the statement above 32 is the divisor and 6 is the quotient. Then multiplying quotient by divisor is 6 into 32, which is equals to 192, which is a dividend. Hence we see accuracy of division is checked. In arithmetic there are two commonly used methods for division of whole numbers. These are short division and long division method.